So we're here at Ecophone International Acoustic Seminar. My name is Halvor Berg, and I'm here with Pooja Ganatra. First of all, thank you for a really interesting presentation.
Pleasure's all mine. Thank you.
You've been looking into indoor environment and in particular acoustics in LEED certified projects versus non-certified projects in hospitals. Would you mind telling us a bit about the background and how you've been working and your findings, obviously?
Sure. It's been an absolute pleasure to be working in the healthcare sector per se, personally, because my parents are doctors, and coming from that background, it was something that really was something that was living on a daily basis. And then looking at the hospitals back home in Mumbai, where I come from, there's one hospital which is LEED certified and one non-LEED, and understanding that the LEED certified hospital just made it more welcoming to the doctors to come in there rather than the non-certified hospital was something that really took me to, sort of, okay, let's investigate this further. But then we realized that, okay, the acoustic credit within the LEED certification isn't mandatory. So it's not really mandatory to have good acoustics per se in terms of the reverberation time, in terms of the sound insulation levels, etc. So it was quite an interesting overall understanding of, yes, LEED certified hospitals are better generally with your energy, your waste management, your lighting, your acoustics, fortunately in this case as well. But it's not a mandate to be acoustically well done as part of LEED certification. So yeah, that was really around the findings for it, and yeah, it was really interesting.
Yeah, because like you say, the acoustic or the optimized acoustics isn't necessarily a part of a certified project.
Exactly. Yeah.
What are your reflections about how to get there?
It should be done. I mean, I think it's a long way there because there are so BREEAM and LEED, both of them don't have it to be as a part of, acoustics to be a part of the certification process. However, building standards do have that mandate, and they look at the well-being aspect of things, right? So that's more indoor environmental quality, where they have acoustics, noise chapter, air, movement, nutrition, etc., all together within that umbrella. And you have to achieve that credit, right? So you won't be certified without that. Yeah. So I think if we start following that kind of a well-being aspect within these standards as well, it would really help us to get there eventually.
Yeah, and I mean the well-being for people using buildings is obviously also a part of a sustainable process.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as we were discussing about sustainability, it's not just climate change. It's not just the buzzword sustainability. It's more, there's ESG part of it, so environmental, social, and governance. Yeah. And then within the social aspects falls well-being, which falls under indoor environmental quality in these spaces where you look at you cater to all your senses. So be it air quality, light levels, thermal comfort, acoustics, all of these have a direct impact on you, your concentration levels, your productivity levels. So making sure that this is all contained together and the right standards for you should really make a difference.
Yeah. There's also been some talking about psychoacoustics, and I guess these things kind of correlate.
Absolutely, yeah. It's one on top of the other, and once you start understanding how it affects you, how you can improvise on it and make it better in a space, I think that's where you get the win.
Yeah. You've also been talking about the use of face masks.
Yes.
In combination with background noise and speech intelligibility.
Yes, absolutely.
Please explain.
Sure. So this was a research that I conducted previously where we looked at different scenarios with different types of face masks. So there was a surgical mask, and then we used an N95 mask with a face shield on top because that was the COVID scenario. And this research was conducted during COVID. Yeah. And we realized that without a mask, if your levels were, say, 60 dBA, with a surgical mask, your speech attenuates down to 4 dB less. So there would be a perceivable reduction, right? It wouldn't be something that you would notice instantly because we did do surveys and we found out that, okay, around 40% of the people did notice it, but the rest were fine. They were like, oh, it's not a massive difference with the face mask. But in such healthcare situations where it is already so frantic, it is already loud, right? And then bad acoustics, and then you're wearing a face mask.
Yeah.
Perfect combination,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And the stress level is a bit up as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it is crucial to factor in all of these things together and make sure overall, first of all, make the space acoustically viable.
Yeah.
And then when you add these little bits of face mask and things together, it would be a space that you could actually work in as a doctor and have a comfortable experience as a patient as well.
Of course, yeah. Final question, what do you think about Sweden and EIAS?
Lovely, I love it. It's my first time in Scandinavia, and it's been wonderful. The people are lovely. The place that Tilosan, where we are right now, is amazing as well. And yeah, looking forward to exploring a bit more before I head back to Dubai.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's been a pleasure having you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.